Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Girl, episode 9. So the parents are now on their around the world cruise, and in short, it is time for Sora and Satoru to move from their current okay house with tatami mats to the luxurious dream house. And for some reason, Satoru accepted the offer for the dream house, even though he had some concerns and suspicions. So the reason why the house is for rent is because, well, Kay bought the house, but it's too vacant, it's too big, and she's pretty much looking for roommates. And I think Kay and Lemon had their eyes set on Sora and Satoru to move in, and I'm sure they were already making arrangements before Satoru signed the contract and accepted the deal. But anyways, it's move-in day, and I wonder who are the other tenants that will be at the dream house. So there will be more than just Sora and Satoru, and Suzu and Lemon and Kay living in the dream house. So, okay, so don't be afraid of misunderstandings. So the parents did leave us, and then so they took a flight to the place where the cruise will depart. And so their honeymoon. So after sending them off, we returned by train from the airport to the city.
ふにゅー、なんだかお別れもあっけないもんだったね。
So I can't really say goodbye, says Sora. Or like it's hard to say goodbye to them. Well, I don't really feel like it's getting to be different for the next 3 months.
そうだね。
Yeah, well. So after the trip, it looks like the remodeling program is about to start. So we pretty much have to start moving in ASAP. And so today's the day of the move-in. Okay, so after they signed the contract, they had 20 days before they had to move in. So they were cutting it really close to the time when the sponsorship is going to start renovating the house. And so today's the day where the renovation starts taking place. And I can't really believe that time passed so quickly and it's now happening. And for my dad, well, okay, so he didn't have to move out, so he can leave all of his furniture in the current house as is. And I'm sure it's like, well, don't worry. So as part of the package, our movers, or like it'll come with movers, and they will move all your stuff away for you to put in storage. And then when they're finished renovating the house, they'll move everything back from storage and set up all nice and tidy. And when you or everyone comes back, it'll be all ready to go. Which is quite nice, but I'm sure it does come with a high expense.
まったくだよ。違う日ならゆっくりお見送りしてあげられたのに。
I'm sure nowadays it's like you have to move everything yourself. But for Sword's like, well, it is quite complete. So if it was a different day, we could have been much slower sending them off. So I think Sora's like, well, it is quite sudden that we're suddenly sending our parents away to this cruise, and it was like going from a normal day to a whole new, different kind of day in 24 hours. Okay, so yesterday when I finished packing and left home, we went straight for the hotel near the airport. Okay, so they did have a 1-day delay, so after they sent the parents off, they slept at the hotel the following night. And I think they needed more time to do the move-in. And plus, all we had was a small family dinner, and then it was a goodbye. Well, it is quite busy. So, under the sun, that sends the sunshine to kill. Well, so Sora and I just talked about some silly talk. So Sora, I just wonder, are you excited about the move? Or do you feel prepared?
いや、みじんこも。
So I think it's like, yeah, well, I don't mean that, something about cats.
むしろ旅行か合宿って感じ。
Well, you know, it really feels like we're going on a summer camp or like a summer trip with classmates. Well, certainly. Okay, so it looks like a mover helped move other stuff from the house to the dream house. So, in other words, it means that Satoru and Sora don't have much to carry around when they physically walk from the hotel room to the dream house. And in my backpack, I have a carrying case and a Boston bag. And that's all my luggage. And it does feel like we're going on an excursion. Well, then again, so I wonder if he's talking about Sora's backpack or his backpack. It's like, well, it feels heavy, and I wonder what's inside it.
生活必需品だよ。
It's something in there. I don't know what Sora's trying to say. It's like Sekatsu Hituju. Oh, so your daily necessities?
うるさいな。ちょっとしたリップサービスじゃんか。
So Sora's like, well, that's none of your business. And isn't it annoying that you're asking me about what's inside? So I think they're talking about Sora's backpack. It's like, what's in there? It's heavy. None of your business. Well, come on, I'm asking a question. Oh, so rice?
生ためさん。
That's about Tame-san. Wait, so a Tokyo penchant or patent?
キョキョキョキョ。
And what about this? So the persimmons.
よく客食う柿だ。
So persimmons that often eats. So why don't you buy only when you're wrong? So for a while, I was headed for the new house while having a quick talk with Sora and just killing some time. So we're looking forward to this new life from now on, and we're quite anxious about what's going to happen.
いらっしゃい。待ってたよ、ソラちゃん。
And at perfect timing, Lemon greets Sora's like, "Oh, Lemon!" Or like, "Oh, Sora! Welcome to the dream house, and I've been waiting for you."
あ、よい。待たせたな、レモンちゃん。
Oh, Yeah, so same here. So I've been waiting for you, Lemon-chan. And they give each other high fives at the front door. So obviously, Sora and Lemon are good friends. Well, they have been talking regularly. And the fact that Lemon runs the M store, and I'm sure Sora's a regular visitor, so. So for Satoru's like, well, I'm indebted to your care starting from today. Wagiri? And once again, it's like, okay, well, please do. And plus, my name is Lemon-chan, okay? Well, I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood to call you that, and it's just too hard to do so. Well, okay, so let's practice. So, call me Lemon-chan. Well, I don't know the difference. So I think it's like, well, if you don't feel comfortable calling me Lemon-chan, how about you call me Lemon-chan with some little fluff and make it sound much more fancy. And for Satoru's like, well, I don't really know the difference. No, it is different. So I kind of gave it this and that. Well, in other words, it is more or less the same, right? Well, then again, so I prefer llama, and both of them are camel friends and live in. I'm not sure what he means, but it's like, well. So I think it's like when Lemon tries to change her name a little bit to make it sound more fluffy, it kind of reminds Satoru about llamas and camels, and he's like, oh, so you're trying to make it sound fluffy like the way that you pronounce camel, right? Well, come on, Lemon-chan, so you know that it's too early to force Ni-chan to follow what you want him to call you. And plus, being out here is getting hot for all of them, so can we go inside? And Lemon's like, okay, yeah, it is hot outside, so let's go inside where there's nice air conditioning. Oh, okay. So, perfect. Okay, well. So I wonder what's coming for me. Well, or like, I'm not going to be plunging to the wrong usage. And following that, I lifted all my belongings and went inside. Oh, so I see that Satoru-kun is also here, so this is okay? So I think Lemon's going to help Satoru carry some of his belongings. Okay, well, I'm fine, so I'll just carry it myself. I don't need your help. But you know, you're a guest, and I'm a host, so I'm supposed to help you. No thanks, but still. So I'm confused that Wagiri would offer this service. Well, you know, so today's special because it's your first day, so we got to treat you well, and this will be the only day where I will give you this kind of service. Well, I understand. So I am so impressed with this smile. so I let her carry my items. So he's going to let or trust Lemon to some extent.
他のみんなもすでについてて、さっきお部屋に案内したところなんだよ。
Okay, so everyone's here, so I'll just lead you to your rooms.
ソラたちが最後か。すっぽし一番乗りを決めたかったのに。まあ、もうすぐ夕方だし、しょうがないか。
So I wonder if moving in at this time has some drawbacks. It's like, well, so for Sora's like, well, I wish I came in first because then I could pick my own room. But looks like all the other rooms are selected, so I pretty much had to get the last room that's available. And plus, I can sense that it's almost time for dinner. Well, okay, so other people are here, so I might as well go say hi to the other people.
それなら心配ご無用。これからみんなが集まったことを記念して歓迎会をすることになってるから。
Okay, so Lem's like, well, don't worry about it because we will have a welcome party for everyone. So we'll get everyone to meet each other, and that'll be the perfect chance for everyone to say hi to each other. Okay, that's good then. So there is something wrong with how she phrased that sentence, but maybe I'm just overreacting to it.
歓迎会か。早く行こうぜ兄ちゃん。そら、もうお腹ぺっこりやに変身しちゃうよ。
So the idea of a welcome party excites Sora's like, oh, so a welcome party? Okay, so let's just be on time for that. But anyways, I'm hungry, so... So I just finished lightly during the day. Well, I'm hungry too. So I'm also been working hard, and I think I would be delighted to have some kind of snack.
それじゃみんな歓迎会の準備をして待ってるし、まずは2人の荷物をお部屋に置いちゃうか。
Okay, then, so we are all preparing for the welcome party. So first, just unload and unpack all your items, all your belongings in your rooms. Okay, so Wagiri shows the way to the second floor. And of course, I'm trying to carry my items up.
兄ちゃんが。
So what happened with Nichan? Oh, so I think he was carrying too much stuff and he was about to fall while going up the stairs. And it looks like Lemon alone is able to save Satoru from falling off the stairs with his belongings. And she was able to do it with one arm, which is quite a miracle.
どうしたの2人とも。お部屋は2階だよ。
So what's wrong? So so your rooms are on the second floor. Yeah, well...
さすが鳥塚家のスーパー付き人レモンちゃん。パワフリアーたち。
So as expected, you are quite powerful, like a super person. So going up to the second floor, I am still worried that I might fall and break. Or maybe the fact that I can't handle carrying all this.
前にも言ったけど、2階は居住スペースで他の人の部屋もあるから間違えないようにね。絶対ダメだよ、絶対。
So by the way, make sure you go to the right room. So there are other people here, and it'll be quite troublesome if you open up the door to someone else's room. Okay, so don't make a mistake. Okay. So I wonder if this is it. So there's a furry on the door. And I'm worried whether this is my room. So it stops in front of one room.
ここがお部屋。先に届いていた荷物は全部この中に運び込んでもらってるから。
Oh, so this is my room. And this is where the items arrive when someone asks a moving service to deliver the goods. And then after that, I assign to another room. Okay, well, thanks.
うっす兄ちゃん、さっさと荷物置いて、シュチ肉林の宴ゴーだ。
Okay, so let's put our luggage and get ready for the nice dinner feast. Hey, so don't say anything else.
わきゅうわきゅう黒毛わきゅう肉にもいろいろあるけれど
And Sora is being all happy, excited about the dinner tonight. And they're gonna have the Wagyu beef. And it does remind me of Innocent Girl, the counterpart, where I'll say like the dorm mother, Reno, also sings a song before dinner. So thanks to If I Heart Wings, I'm going to call Reno the dorm mother. But she's also Konaka's mom, if you remember. So at this moment, only Japanese beef has come out so far. Okay, so we head to the living room while singing about. So today's the fun to Kubusha song, composed by Sora. And as we enter the room, a nice scent welcomed us. So the preparations are complete and it looks like all the girls are waiting for us. So let's see who the other girls are. So I'm sitting here with my back and I'm not aware, or it looks like nobody has noticed us yet. So they all have long hair and there's one who wears a familiar hat. Wait, that hat. So I remember that hat somewhere. And it's Miyako. So Miyako presses down on her hat tightly in embarrassment. Yes, so this is no like second person. This is the real Miyako. Wait a minute, so why is Miyako here? So is it because she also took on some offer led by the Achozuka senpai?
コナちゃん？これ、なんでコナちゃん、今日は大事な用があるって言ってたのに。
Wait, so Kana-chan, so what brings you here? So anything important?
それは。
Well, you see, this and, wait a minute, so is this even possible? So the fact that one of the other boarders or dorm mates is Miyako. Wait, so there's only one answer. Wait, but it can't be.
星月?
And it looks like another of the dorm mates is Yogiri. And she's like, wait, Hoshizuki? Oh, hello, Kuchifus. So the other person is Kuchifusa, and this is the classmate, or the isolated classmate, the one that sits in the corner and turns away from everyone else. So with a glass in my hand, I looked at her in surprise and froze up. Wait, so why are you here?
それはこちらのセリフよ。もしかして他の住人って
Well, that's my line. Well, maybe, wait, could it be that you are the other dorm mates, roommates? So does that mean that you're one of the other dorm mates? Says Satoru.
嘘、何よそれ聞いてないわ。
Wait, that's impossible. That's a lie. So I never heard about that. Well, even if I wonder, so I wonder why we have Kuchifusa and Miyako as our other people or dorm mates or roommates.
私はなぜかというとその
Well, the reason is because So you're not surprised, are you?
いや、そんなことはないよ。あれだよ。人間驚きすぎると言葉が出なくなる現象だよ。
So I wonder if Miyako's like, well, it was a coincidence. So it's like a phenomenon where people can't speak when they're too surprised. Yeah, well, she is lying. However, it seems certain that I was surprised, and I've been in a hurry for a while.
あら、ちょうど皆さんお揃いですね。
Okay, so we have Suzu. It's like, well, everyone's all right. Or everyone's just right. But then again, for Suzu, I'm sure everyone knows that she lives here, so. So the senior who comes with a platter of hors d'oeuvre smiles pleasantly. Oh, so Senior Mekami, do you know what this means?
これとは
So, what is this? Says Suzu. So I noticed that Kuchifusa and Miyako are here, and it seems that I know them personally. So Miyako's the child friend that visits Sora and Satoru, and Kuchifusa's the classmate that sits away.
私ではなんとも。ケイちゃん、説明をお願いできますか？
Well, I'm sure Suzu won't know anything about it. So it's like, well, I'll have Kei-chan explain to you people. Hello? So somehow Suzu's gaze was turned behind me. I turn around.
まあ、それも仕方あるまい。
Well, there is no way. And I'm sorry, I have to cover Kei in black tape because for some reason she's all naked. And obviously that would trigger Satoru. Okay, so he asks, Kei's like, hey, so why are you naked?
ん？泳いでいたからだが？
Wait, well, so I think it's like, well, I was swimming and is there anything wrong about it? Well, as a matter of course, so Atozuka senpai is pointing to the pool outside with her thumb. Oh, and she's still naked. No, it wasn't. Well, I don't know where to start. So it's like, well, he's like, I just came out of the pool. And you will usually wear swimsuits in the pool, not be all naked. But for Kei's like, it's my house, so I don't feel it being any different or like any embarrassment.
お嬢様、お召し物の前にお体を。
But at least Lemon has Kay's clothes prepared.
ではそれは私が。
Oh, so same with me, says Suzu. Okay, so Suzu gives, or so Senior Mikami gives a towel to Kay. Or like she takes the towel from Wagiri and gives it to Kay. And for Senior Achazuka Senpai...
ああ、頼む。
Okay, so please do. So, one foot was put on the nearby round chair. No, I can see it. I can't see it, but... So, there's almost a crack. And before you froze, Achazuka Senpai looked down at me while she was wiping herself up.
さて、説明が必要とのことだが、その前に私から一つ言っておきたいことがある。
So, it is necessary to explain, but before that, there's one thing I want to say. What is it? And she spreads the fan.
ドリームハウスにようこそ、変態諸君。
So, welcome to the dream house, you pervs.
変態じゃない。
No, we're not. So, stop bringing that up. Wait, so what are you talking about while you are wiping your mouth clean?
そうだな。私としたことがこれは失礼した。訂正させてもらおう。
So I guess I made a mistake, so let me just correct it and try again.
ドリームハウスにようこそ、真の変態諸君。
So welcome to Dream House, you official genuine perverts. Come on, so that's not something to be talking about. And besides, this time I'm wiping my thigh. So, looks like Mikami's also just cleaned herself up. Okay, so Kay finally gets dressed from Lemon, and she moves one step forward while directing her eyes as to not look at it. Or like while Kay walks forward, Satoru turns away from Kay.
ちょっと待って。全く話が見えないのだけれど、納得のいく説明をしてもらえるかしら？
Hey, so wait a minute. I don't understand what's going on, so can you give me a satisfactory explanation about what you're trying to say?
説明か。と言っても、至極単純な話さ。
So explaining it. So it's a very simple story.
この屋敷、ドリームハウスは心のピュアな真の変態だけが入居を許された変態たちの楽園なのだ。
So the dream house is supposed to be a luxurious home, like a dream world or a paradise of metamorphosis, and only true feelings and thoughts are allowed inside the dream house. So you can't hide yourself in here.
そして皆さんは真の変態であり、慶お嬢様のお眼鏡にかなったということです。
And everyone here is classified as a true pervert. And that's based on Kay's analysis.
お眼鏡？眼鏡キャラなんてどこにもいないよ。
So like so when Lem's like well, Kay has really good senses. It's like you have glasses focused vision. And for Sora's like, wait, what do you mean about glasses?
ソラちゃん、そういう意味じゃないよ。気に入られたってことだよ。
Hey, so Sora-chan, I don't think Kay actually meant glasses literally. So
そう。君たちは実にいい素質を持っている。いや、すでにそれは つぼみから花へと移ろいゆく途中のものもあるが。
So Kay's like, well, I'm sure all you guys have really good traits and qualities. And I can see them blooming, going from a bud to a full-fledged flower. So the gaze of the half-naked Achozuka senpai slips to Kusenbo. So I wonder if Kuchifusa is also a pervert. Oh, so he's talking about Yogiri.
誰が違うわよ。
No, it's wrong.
素晴らしきテンプレだ。変態はみんなそう言う。
So that's a wonderful development. So obviously anybody who is engaged in or has a perverted hobby, they will deny it firsthand.
様式美というものですね、お嬢様。さすがお嬢様が見込んだだけあり、これからの成長が楽しみです。
And for Lemon's like, wow, so as expected of our dear young miss. So I'm hoping to look forward to seeing how all of you develop while living here.
意味のわからない褒め方をしないで。
Hey, so don't complicate the meaning, says Yogiri. Wait a minute. So speaking of which, everyone said what the welcome party to commemorate everyone being together. Or like we get to learn about each other.
そうだよ。
Yeah, and? So in other words, are we all here?
焼肉から海外旅行にリフォームまでアトリスカグループにお任せあれ。
So yeah, all of you are here, and let's entrust with the Atorzuka Corporation with everything from grilled meat to overseas travel and reforms. It's like, well, anything is possible as long as you have Kay because she's rich and she owns some big company and they can make anything happen. So it must have been you all along. Okay, so this is where I mentioned like, well, I'm sure Kay was in the back pulling all the strings making it happen. So Satoru's like, I see now, so it is... So basically my suspicion is right. So you had my parents win all these lotteries to make them all happy, and that allowed them to go away, and with us being left in the open, we can simply take you into the dream house.
なーに、礼には及ばない。
Ha ha ha, very interesting. Well, I don't think it's a reward. So Atatsuka is smiling, and so you can see that she's also wearing clothes. But then again, her attitude is still the same. So she looks rather so shy that she's praised for in good deeds, so she doesn't feel angry anymore. Well, I believe it was suspicious, and now it really does seem that I'm right.
なんだい、京都ちゃん。
So what's wrong, Kyoto-chan?
あくまで私たちは変態だから集められたんですよね。
So I can sense that the reason we all gathered here was because we're all big perverts and you were able to dig them out, right?
Ah, その通りだ。
Yep, that's right.
じゃあみんなそうなんですか？
So does that mean that everyone else is in the same boat as me? So they're all perverts? Well, it is a word that calms everyone down. So I didn't just touch it. Well, the metamorphosis of it in front of me says that everyone in the place is a metamorphosis. basically, like, based on what Kay is saying, I'm sure she labels all of us as being big perverts. So for Sora and Miyako, and it becomes so, even the corner seems on the, also, and it becomes so even the senior on the bud shows above all. As such, isn't it? So, isn't it to be a joke of the welcome party?
いや、私は至って本気だが。
No, well, I am very serious though. But it's metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. So, do you judge it as a metamorphosis in the first place?
私の直感だ。
Well, it is my intuition. Well, if I can't say that...
よろしい。ではまず、変態の定義について話をさせてもらおうか。
Okay, so... I'm going to teach all of you to talk in the definition of being perverted.
ケイちゃん。
You know Kei-chan?
どうしたすず？
So what's wrong, Suzu?
お話の途中ですみません。ですが、せっかくのお料理が冷めてしまいますから、続きは食事をしながらということで。
Let's see. So I think Suzu's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle or to disrupt a conversation. So the food is pretty much ready to go, and if we wait, it'll become cold. Okay.
そうだな。そうしよう。
Alright, let's do that then. So let's go have dinner. So as we reluctantly eat and continue talking while eating a meal. Okay, so it's now later in the afternoon, and so from there, it was the exclusive piece for senior Atozuka-senpai. So she enthusiastically talked about the definition of perversion and the positives and the negatives of it, and its existence. So she was talking with a very confident tone, sometimes naked or half naked, and then conveys the value of its existence. So basically demonstrating it, which is not something to be proud of. But anyways, so currently Kei is at the center of attention, so on stage. And it was no exaggeration to say that it is quite an imposing claim, or like a dignified existence. So she is a person with plenty of charisma. So if such a person speaks with a assertive tone, most people will ask, so is that right? Or something that makes me wonder.
確かに変態という言葉が示す範囲は実に広い。その中の愚かな一部が犯罪に走り、マイナスのイメージを持たれることもある。
So case I come, well, you know, the definition of the word perversion is quite broad, so it can be anything. So some of the really stupidest ones are committed to crime, and sometimes they have a negative image. So I'm going to leave the rest to the next episode, and if I have my timing correct, I'm sure the next episode will be the last, and you can start to see where some of those elements that you see in Premiere Party take place. So, like I said, I'm really sure it was Kei who pulled all the strings to making it happen. So, Kei was the one behind all those sweepstakes in the lotteries, and I wonder how Kay was able to plan all this out. So, be able to get everything to work in favor of her desires and wishes. So first, get the parents on the cruise, get the house renovated, and make Sora and Satoru come to the dream house. And it does kind of confirm that Satoru's suspicions are correct. So something is not right. The fact that, one, it is impossible to win so many lotteries at the same time, and two, living in this dream house is quite cheap. But anyways, I also wonder about the parents. So I wonder why they are okay with leaving Satoru and Sora alone to fend for themselves while they go on their nice cruise and honeymoon. And I wonder if they are worried about what happens when they come back. So they are too excited about, well, when we come back from the cruise, we'll be in a nice, more comfortable living residence. But I also wonder if they did consider, like, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen to Sora and Satoru while we're gone. And I'm sure they should predict that they're going to do more than just going to school, taking classes, taking tests, getting ready for business world like, or thinking about their future plans. But anyways, I'm going too far, and with that in mind, I'll see you later.